For those of us who don't know Primary well, we're big believers in this market, and we wanted to create an event that would sort of pull in people from the West Coast, pull in people from Boston, and get a little bit more of a spotlight on the opportunities that are emerging here.
We saw this kind of great wave of talent hit New York City tech, and Brad and I basically had real conviction that this was going to be a real inflection point for New York City as this kind of level of talent really started to iterate and learn the business.
We lose touch with how actual real people interact with technology, how real people interact with products. And New York is such a melting pot of people that they don't lose sight of that. In fact, they are at the front line of what are actual cultural and behavioral trends. Some of the most interesting consumer companies are going to come out of New York for that very reason.
The talent pool in general and the diversity in talent, I think, is incredible.
If you do not have females represented significantly inside your company, you're actually not pulling from the right talent pools anymore.
The benefit of New York is that it's infused with the ideas and the people and the talent from all kinds of different industries. So the level of domain expertise is one of the things that really differentiates New York from any place else in the country.
70% of what we do is Series A and B. And I mean, just with respect to New York, we've made 15 investments in New York in the last 24 months. So we've been really active. We're big believers in New York. We think there's a DNA here that we don't find in Silicon Valley. And we plan to continue that. It wouldn't shock me if we make 15 more in the next 2 years.
Also, Series A are now approaching 10 million for Series A, and Series B are really, we're looking at two, both in the 20 to 25 million. So really, I think the industry as a whole, we collectively have shifted a bit as well.
It's exciting to see not just the influx of capital moving in from Silicon Valley and other parts around the world, but really to start to see this fostering and developing community that is rejuvenated by these big exits.
One of the consumer investments we made is a company called Giphy. The word got out that this was a fun place to work. It had a fantastic culture. It was something that really could change the way people interact. They just got a lot of inbound on key hiring points in New York.
New York is the place to be if you're doing consumer tech. There are just so many centers of excellence here in New York City that if you're trying to reach a consumer, it's the right place to be.